Hello, friends. Happy Sunday to you. Sunday afternoon here in Alabama. So, look, I'm going to share this video a couple of places and then we'll get started. I want to talk to you today about what I believe are the two things, if you forget everything else, two things that everybody needs: love and presence. Give me just a second and I'm going to share this video a couple of places. Oh, there I am talking. Going to share it real quick and then we'll get going. Give me just a minute. This will give everybody some time to get here and come hang out. We should be here together about 15 minutes. So, really looking forward to it. Thanks for being here. Here we go. Share this just a couple of other places. And we will get started. Thanks for hanging out. It's a beautiful Sunday. It's a little chilly here in Alabama. Gorgeous, gorgeous day. Hey, Michael. Hi, friend. Uno momento, por favor. I'm almost ready. Okay, here we go. Got it shared a couple places. Hi, hope everybody's doing really well today. So, toward the end of my suicide prevention workshops, I say something like this: if you forget everything else I say, hear this. All people really want and need from you is your love and your presence, your ability to show up fully. I'm not talking about gifts, but the gift of your presence in their life. And I know you sit there and you think, could it really be that simple? Could it really be that all people need is love and presence? And I think the answer is yes. I think that is absolutely the truth. Now, I'm not trying to discount things like professional help or medication or things like that. There was a long season of my life where I would have absolutely died if it hadn't been for counselors and mental health professionals. And I'm a huge proponent of medication if that's what you need. So I'm not trying to discount any of that. Do those things. But I think at a basic level, if I'm hurting, especially, I need to know that you love me and I need to know that you are going to show up. So, what I'm trying to say is if you don't approach hurting people from a place of compassion and with your full presence, you're setting yourself up for failure before you even start. Hurting people have this super sensitive bullshit meter, and they will spot an disingenuous person from a mile away. But if you show up fully and completely, even if you don't have all the answers, even if you're not perfect, you just show up completely and you love fully, then you will watch a transformation start to happen. And the same is true for yourself. If you want to heal the deepest wounds in your life, then you've got to show up entirely, tell the truth, and treat yourself with compassion. So today I want to talk about that. I want to talk about how to practice presence in your own life and how to show yourself some compassion. And I'll make plenty of time at the end if you've got questions or thoughts or things that you're struggling with when it comes to self-compassion. I'd love to try and respond to those questions. So first, let's talk about how to practice presence. Practicing presence, I think, starts by culling out distractions. Maybe what we're talking about is mindfulness 101. If you want to be fully present for yourself or others, you have to temporarily suspend your concerns about your past and your plans for your future. And you have to make the conscious effort to be right here, right now, in this moment. If you are showing up, but you're stressing about tomorrow's meeting, or you're full of fear or dread or anxiety over the bill that showed up yesterday, it's going to be impossible for you to be present in this moment, right here, right now. I promise it's true because I've been there. So if You are dealing with shame over a past that you can't change, or you are full of fear over a future that you can't control. It is, if it's consuming your every thought, you won't be able to show up and be right here, right now. So, how do you show up? For me, it starts with relaxing. So, I relax in several different ways. Got to have some tea. Roll Tide, by the way. Roll Tide, friends. I show up and relax in a few different ways, and that depends on the time I have available, and it depends on the amount of stress that I'm carrying. So I might start with some deep breathing exercises. You could start by breathing in on a 2 count, holding your breath for 2, and releasing on 2. And then you increase to 3. Breathe in on a 3 count, hold it for 3, and release for 3. Maybe you increase to 4 and you breathe in for 4, you hold it for 4, and you breathe out for 4. And you do that several times until you start to feel your shoulders drop. You feel your jaw relax. You feel that forehead's not all crinkled up anymore. And you begin to just focus on your breath and let all that other stuff go for a few minutes. That's why I love deep breathing. Another thing I like to do is grounding exercises. So if I'm really anxious, if my anxiety is just through the roof, grounding exercises for me are really simple. And I'm not a mental health professional, but this is what I do when I need to ground myself. Wherever I am, I stop and I say, okay, my name is Steve Austin. It is Sunday afternoon, 1:05 in the afternoon. I'm sitting in my chair. I feel the wooden arms. There's a cushion underneath my seat. My feet are on the floor. I've got my hands on my desk. My computer is in front of me. The sun is shining through the window. I just remind myself of very tangible, practical things that are in my environment in this moment. And I bring myself back to right here, right now, and it helps me chill out and relax. Another thing I can do if I have 10 or 15 minutes is a full meditative body scan. And a great way to start this is with an app. You could download the Calm app. You could download Insight Timer. There's several different ones. I don't have a preference. There are really great ones in whatever app you use. Right now, I'm really into Insight Timer. But you do a full body scan from the tip top of your head all the way down to your toes, and you instinctively focus on a specific part of your body. So you start by relaxing your scalp and your head. You move down to your forehead. You let everything go. You relax your eyebrows, and you move all the way down to your toes. And it'll take 10, 15, 20 minutes. But if you have that kind of time, a body scan to let go of the tension wherever you're holding it in your body is really great. Another thing that you could do is a walk or a run, some kind of really good cardio. If you're just amped up and you've just got to get some of that maybe nervous energy out, is do some cardio. Another great thing, a great form of meditation, the best form of meditation, take a nap. Take a nap. It's okay. Sleep it off. Sometimes you've just got to press the reboot button and let that thing power down, let your brain power down and reboot. In the Calm app right now, there are 3 or 4 power nap options where you can choose. It's 26 to 30 minutes, I think, and it will chill you out. It'll get you where you can relax and take a nap, and then it will wake you up at the end of that cycle. It's really cool. And then another thing that I do, the last one I'll share with you to relax, is to just write it down. Get a pen and a piece of paper and write it down. Here's what I'm feeling. Here's what I'm struggling with. Here's what's got me stressed out. Here's why I'm all tense. And write it down. Write it out and spell it out in plain English and be as raw as you need to be and just get it out of your system. So those are 6 things I do. Deep breathing, grounding exercises, a body scan, some kind of cardio, take a nap, write it down. If you are going to practice being present, you can't be consumed with your past. You can't be concerned about the future in this moment. You've got to let all that go, suspend it all, and be right here and have all the mental currency that you have. You've got to have it at your disposal right now, able to spend it on this moment. But if you've got mental currency locked up in the future or locked up in the past and you don't have it at your disposal, it's going to do you no good. So you got to let go of all that stuff and bring everything that you have right here, right now, and be able to use it on this moment, right? The only moment that matters is this one, right here, right now. So that's the start of practicing presence. And then the second thing is love. All you need is love. I talked about this on the very last episode of the Ask Steve Austin podcast. That episode just went live yesterday. And I talked about this song. The Beatles sang this song, All We Need Is Love. And I think they were right. But if you go beyond the Beatles, look at the Bible. The Bible says in 1 Corinthians 13 that love encompasses the very best of human nature. So love looks like patience and kindness and humility, thoughtfulness, believing for the best in yourself and in others, and in rejoicing in the truth. So let's look at it from the opposite. If you're being impatient with yourself, you can't be self-compassionate. If you are being hypercritical and negative and having these destructive thoughts about yourself, you can't also be practicing self-compassion. You can't do it. If you are lying to yourself or you're filling up your mind with prideful, arrogant, egotistical thoughts because you are actually full of fear, shame, and guilt, self-doubt, you can't simultaneously be loving yourself. The two can't coincide. So love tells the truth, and at the very same moment, it embraces whatever that truth is with grace and with kindness. So I was thinking about childhood. We used to play this relay race where we would put an egg on a spoon and we would carry the egg across the field to our partner on the other side of the field. And we had to walk really slow. It was a raw egg. You had to walk really slow. The egg's on the spoon. You're walking careful across the field behind the school, doing your best to balance that egg on the spoon. And once you reach your partner on the other side, then you've got to carefully turn it and let them get the spoon, and they've got to return back across the field to the other side. And you're holding your breath the whole time going, oh my God, don't drop the egg, right? And you're trying not to scream. You want to keep them calm, but you're freaking out because you don't want them to drop the egg. Well, can I tell you, you are the egg. And life is not nearly as easy as any of us hoped that it would be. So we've got to treat ourselves with tenderness and patience and kindness and compassion, because otherwise the egg's going to fall off that spoon and it's going to hit the ground with a splat. And then you've got one hell of a mess that you've got to clean up. So maybe you're sitting there and you think, boy, I wonder what's my level of self-compassion look like right now? How might I rate my self-compassion? Well, I would say that you start by looking at patterns and combinations. So if you look back through that list from 1 Corinthians 13, love is patient, love is kind, doesn't envy, doesn't boast, all those things, how many of those do you find in your own life? On a regular basis, do you treat yourself with patience? Do you treat yourself with kindness? Do you believe for the optimal outcome in every situation that you find yourself in? And if the answer is yes, or most of the time, then you are probably doing pretty well in the self-compassion department. And if you're not, then you probably got some room to grow. But either way, you start today because you deserve love. You deserve love. You deserve to show up fully, to tell the truth, to not hold back your story, and to embrace yourself with compassion. The last thing I want to say before I wrap this thing up, we're nearly at the 15-minute mark, is that practicing presence and treating yourself with self-compassion, it requires knowing who you are. So the person that you are today is made up of all sorts of experiences, but you are not only the decisions that you've made, and you are not only the things that have happened to you, good or bad. You are more than just your race or your nationality. You are more than just your gender or your religion. You're more than just your family name. You are not only your job title, you are not just your degree. So you've got to start peeling back all those layers and all those labels and start finding the truth of who you are underneath all that. And here's a hint: at the core of who you are is a human being who deserves love and acceptance, belonging and safety and presence. You deserve those things just by the mere fact that you're a human being. And at the core of who you are is love. You are so much more than just a heartbeat or a mass of emotions. You're not just breath and lungs. You're not just breath and lungs, but maybe that's a really good place to start. Maybe knowing that you are a heartbeat. You are a ball of emotions. You are breath. Is this really great reminder that you're a human being, and you're alive and you're right here, right now, and you genuinely deserve love and presence. You deserve it, friend. So do the hard work. And if you'd like to do the hard work, I'd love to help you. I would love to guide you toward better self-compassion. So I've launched this brand new program, 90 Days of Calm, and it starts February 18th, which is just a couple of months away. And we're going to focus on self-compassion, self-care, general self-help, things that will help you journey from a life of hectic chaos to a life of calm. And we're going to do it together every step of the way. So the cool thing is, yes, it doesn't start until February, but if you sign up right now, I'm offering one heck of an early bird discount. So if you join by 11:59 p.m. Central Time, Monday night, November 26th, that's this coming Monday, you'll save 50% off the enrollment fee. There are 3 tiers based on your ability to invest in yourself. And no matter what tier you choose, you get 50% off if you join by Monday night and you use the discount code 90 days 50. So 90 days, DAYS 50, 90 days 50. There's also a payment plan for each tier, so you can choose the flexible payment plan. That's hard to say. Choose what down payment you like to do and then split the rest into 2 more monthly payments. And then the other really great news is that if you sign up by Monday night, you also get immediate access to 5 really awesome bonuses. So let me tell you what those are real quick, and then I'll let you go. The first one is 25 self-esteem tips. It's on this really cool poster that I've designed. You can print it out. You can save it to your phone, your computer, whatever, but it's 25 self-esteem tips. Then another is a checklist of 50 ways to crush the things that are keeping you from happiness and success. The third bonus is a brand new ebook and journal that is exclusive to this 90 Days of Calm. It's an ebook and journal called Understanding Shame. So what is shame and what can I do about it? The fourth bonus is a survivor's manifesto that you can print out. And the last bonus is my daily gratitude checklist. So all you got to do to join is go to 90daysofcalm.com, enter the discount code 90days50 at checkout. There's a limited number of spaces for the advanced tier and the premium tier, and the sale ends on Monday night. And I hope that you will check it out. I would love for you to be a part of this. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments here on the video. I'll respond to you there, or you can email me privately anytime at steve@iamsteveaustin.com. Take really good care of yourself today, friend. You deserve it. See you soon.